and shape the wood, the blacksmiths who work the iron. There, he heard the rhythms syncopated as they made the iron, the hammers fall upon that hot iron. And bringing that knowledge back to his father, he said, I saw the men coming before the blacksmiths and making their oaths upon the iron. I saw the taboos being worked out in the steel. I heard their song. And for my service, they gave me shaped wood and fragments of iron to be used for what I do not know. And the father took them all and said, you're almost there. Then sent him out amongst the fishermen. There he learned the secrets of abundance of life as it flows and it moves in the rivers and the waters. Birth, death, and rebirth constantly happening every day in the waters. Amongst the people who work and go out into the deep. He saw the effects that the water had on people. Hardly a song would be sung. The water soothed the mind, and people drifted on the currents and waited for what would come, the abundance of the waters. And with time, the masters of water handed him 21 fisherman's strings and sent him back to his father. And he told his father the story and the meaning behind the 21 strings. He said, I was 7 when I first died. The baby died and the child was born. Soon I will be 14. The child would die and the man will be born. And if I live to see 21, my voice will be heard in council. These are the first 7 cycles of life, and from them set the pace for the rest of my life. Birth, death, rebirth again. The father, now satisfied, took all the pieces, the leather, the wood, the iron, the calabash, and the fisherman's strings, and constructed and showed his son how to build his very own chorus, and taught him the music. He took his son out to the edge of town, and there upon a hillock they listened. He heard the rhythms of the hammers falling on the iron. He heard the rhythms of the woodworkers cutting wood. He heard the rhythms of the people weaving cloth and beating indigo into it. He heard the rhythms of the women at the millstone. He heard the rhythms of the entire village, but now these rhythms with which he was so familiar, he could hear them all together in harmony with each other. His father said, this is what we do. This is the work of the Jelly. We keep the people in harmony. And now here he was, a grown man with children of his own, remembering that story, that lesson from his father who had passed on. He remembered this as he looked on an empty village where there wasn't a soul left alive. Everyone was gone. He had been investigating this problem for some time. Entire villages and towns being spirited away, with only a few people who survived to tell the stories of the devils on horseback taking the people across the ocean of darkness. things had grown corrupt and were fighting amongst themselves. The people cloistered away, disunited, unable to stand against the onslaught. So he and the other jelly of his time happened upon a plan. Each of them went throughout the society gathering up all the knowledge they could, the crop cycles of cotton, indigo, rice and peanuts, the backbone of their economy, the knowledge of the miners, the knowledge of the mystics, memorizing entire tracts of spiritual texts, poetry, jurisprudence. They made of themselves living libraries. And then they returned to their jelly college. Their heads were shorn, anointed with oils, blessings of protection placed upon them as they marched themselves voluntarily through the gates of no return. Being told, no matter what you endure across the ocean of darkness, remember your mission, connection. And so it was, the beloved amongst the jelly Lu went across the sea of darkness. And those who survived the journey went fast to work, constructing the culture that was actively being destroyed and transforming the society where they had landed. For just as the prophecy had foretold, the prophecy that sent them upon this mission that said, just as God has blessed this land above all others, a humiliation will be heaped upon it that is without precedence. But if the people hold strong and survive the crucible, the day will come in which they will see the slave return home as king